a part of the same lineage where Muslims truly believe in the great prophets, and the prophets originating from the Abrahamic tree. So therefore, I get that. Even in Rome itself, you can literally go today and see um, uh, what's his name, Hadrian's Wall, which
Hmm.
demonstrates them being there. So each great nation, what I'm getting to, is building off of each other, and even though they may bend, they don't break. So
Hmm.
that's why I'm saying I don't see how you would be able to recognize the decline, because here in this movie, where Lucius, he says, I met him once. He talked to me. He was
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah.
Obviously he met him more than once. Obviously he talked to him more than once. But the point is that image, that conversation was so everlasting and so impactful that it has helped
Hmm.
to steer him into the man that he is today. I think that with respect to Lucius, though, he would be doing his father a disservice if he didn't try to enact and build upon what it was he was doing. He wouldn't be a true son of Maximus Decimus Meridius of the
Yeah.
Roman legions. That joint is impactful.
But here's the thing, though, and I'm glad you brought up the Lucius character because, in a sense, it's kind of like the hero's journey, which we
Hmm.
see over and over again in movies like this. The thing that strikes me with Lucius's character is that, okay, so you learn the backstory. His mom sends him away
Hmm.
because she's afraid that he would be killed because he's the living heir to the throne, right?
And that's also
And
what they did to young boys when greedy politician men,
yeah, of
which is
course.
so crazy.
But but it's like he's sent away by his mother, who allegedly wants things to change,
Hmm.
but she has no plan to bring him back. And she has no plan
Well, we
for
don't know
him
that.
to one day. Well, we know that she lost sight. She lost track of him.
See, and that's
She
one of
lost
my
track of
questions.
him,
That's one of my
and
questions.
okay. So I don't. Yeah. So we'll get to the question.
Mm.
So like she's lost track of him. She was surprised when she saw that he was alive and ended up in the arena fighting. Right. So and she also for a second didn't even recognize that it was him for sure, except for that a poem that he has right that she taught him. But the thing is that like if Lucilla is believes in the idea of the free roam, and if Lucius, and I'm gonna give him a little bit of a break on this because he was a child and it all kind of happened, also believes in the idea of the free roam for the people, then there should have been a trajectory to return him and to return them to Rome to that space. What I would suggest is that everybody has actually gotten comfortable with the status quo.
Ooh, that's
And
another hot take.
that's that's like one of my hot picks. But that's part of the problem. The problem is like even the senator, the old senator with the
Crackus,
white hair,
guys.
yeah, the who actually gets killed in this one finally, right? He's still
Another one
on
of
the
mine.
Senate. He's still on the Senate. He was on the Senate and Marcus Aurelius was running it. He was on it when it was Commodus. Now it's the Commodus half brothers. He's still there. No one is doing anything different.
Ah,
Everybody's still doing the same thing. Even the whole we got to overthrow the government to return it to the people. That story's been done. That's the old version of the Matrix. Like this is now we're getting to my hot take number two.
hit him.
Hot take number two is what these movies are showing, whether it's the Matrix, which we've done, which we covered by the way, great show, go watch it, or if it's Star Wars, is this continuing story of no matter what, you always end up back in the same place again.
Mm.
So remember, Matrix Revolutions ends. Apparently, the humans are going to be free and
Hmm.
everything. Matrix Resurrection starts. Everybody's back in the Matrix again. Same thing, same resistance, same machines. Maybe it's changed a little bit, but essentially it's the same thing. You get to the Star Wars, what is it? The Force Awakens.
Hmm.
I remember sitting in the movie theater watching and thinking, like, wait a second. There's basically an empire again, although they call it the First Order. It's basically a Darth Vader, although it's Kylo Ren. It's basically an Emperor, although it's whatever that thing's name was. And it's the same story, right? Rome is doing the same thing. All these people have gone and died and everything came back, but they're still in the same thing, which is the leadership is corrupt. We're trying to throw them over. We want to kill people in this arena and figure out crafty ways to do it. The bottom line is that when the society itself gets comfortable with that, it's already in decline. And there are cultural dynamics and ways of perceiving reality that suggest that you're always going through that process no matter what. So everything is going through decline and rebirth all the time. It just so happens that the decline part is an inevitable of the rebirth, but the rebirth doesn't mean the same thing. The rebirth is something else. So like, let's say Rome falls and then it becomes Europe, and then Europe kind of falls and now it becomes America.